I don't know about you, but holy fuck, I've had the most full-on first half of the year. And I feel like the world has as well, right? In this video, I want to take you through a journaling exercise that I made a couple of years back called the half-year reset. There is a free link, don't even need emails, whatever, just free link in the description, check it out. And as a younger me once wrote, it is a journaling exercise designed to get your life back on track. That's truthless. Step 1, empty your head. Write out every single thought in your head in whatever style you like. The idea is that by emptying your head onto the page, you can use it to solve problems as opposed to store them. The exercise begins with 3 pages of unstructured journaling. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, when you did this, you were clearly not a parent. That's gonna take a lot of time, but I decided to push through. Quick cut, I've just done the first exercise. And by the time I got to page 3, something clicked. I don't know if my mood will feel different, but I feel different. And I was feeling so negative on page 1. Find a nice quote. I feel guilty for working and guilty for not working. I feel angry at a made-up critic. It's a voice in my head that I've decided is someone's, but I don't know anyone like that, nor would I ever want to. But for what it's worth, I am absolutely destroying this entity in our hypothetical spats. Push yourself. If you feel like this exercise isn't working, write that down. The aim here is to take your thoughts from the intangible to the tangible. This reduces the power they have over you. Then by page 3, I just felt a whole lot of love. By that 3rd page of journaling, I began to feel inspired. After 2 years of hell, 2 kids, 2 books, an international move, severe anemia, I'm actually out the other side. I'm the luckiest man on the planet. And then I decided to try something new. Lately I've been doing this thing where I take my favorite screenshots and I print them out and then make a collage with them. I'll show you. This type of thing. So it says, cringe is a myth created by Big Normal to stop you from having fun and being authentic and feeling things. And that is a guarantee. And I found it's been a really good way to A, reduce my screen time, and B, increase my appreciation of things that I would otherwise just forget. So I made the decision to combine my love of collage with the half-year reset. Why not try journal through collage? I call it yappin' and scrappin'. This is why in my alphabet superset. The year is halfway, I want to thank you, and generally, just saying yes. Yeah. Step 2, write down your goals from 6 months ago. If you didn't set any goals, just write down what you thought you wanted. Also note that 6 months can be replaced by any time period. So what I wanted to happen, and then this compares with step 3. Write down what you actually did over the past 6 months. What I wanted to happen, quite a few things. I wanted to bring my son safely into this world. He was born right at the start of the year. So that was a pretty big one. And I wanted to make the transition from 1 kid to 2 kid feel really smooth for everybody involved. I wanted to finish the alphabet superset. I had 2 big book goals. One was to see my book get out into the world smoothly. And then I also had a graphic book that I was working on, which I just wanted to finish. I really wanted to post consistently, exercise consistently, and keep a clean house. All right, step 3, write down what you actually did over the past 6 months. What actually happened? My son was born. That was awesome. Yeah, he's beautiful. I love him so much. So does his mum, so does his sister. It's bliss. Exhausting, exhausting bliss. Alphabet superset. I kept going. My plan was to finish the alphabet superset before the book came out in May. I had 2 to go. I still have 2 to go. The stretch goal of being debt-free, that is the big one that moved forward, because that has been like the biggest weight ever lifted off my shoulders by you. The most, like, just generosity, freaking love, man. Anyone who's ever been in debt, whether you have benefited from the money you borrowed or whether it's like me and you never had any of the money that was borrowed, you just ended up with a debt. It can feel as if like life before you have a boat and then life after you have half a boat and you just still have to keep paddling while you're also building the boat. And then, I don't know, suddenly people come together and they build the rest of the boat. And I'm like, oh my God, I can float. Wow. And meanwhile, somebody in the distance who doesn't know me in the slightest is like, well, if it was me, I never would have had half a boat. I'm like, yeah, cool, dude. Thanks. The book ones are interesting. I'll start with the book I illustrated first. So What Now What? Did this one with Osher Ginsberg, who's an all-round just incredible human being. And it was really, really cool just being the illustrator and also doing all of the layout. It's like 100 full color pages. So this was a massive undertaking. This all happened in 2025. It was a lot, man. And then my book, this old thing, Doom and Bloom, The Case for Creativity in a World Hooked on Panic. That has been, received really well. It's awesome. It's been great. Best self-help book I've ever read. I want to reread it immediately. I want everyone to read this book. This book! Entertaining the whole way through. Beautiful art and a billion tips and insights that are all so good. I hit a bunch of bestseller lists. I did the audiobooks for it, which was really fun. And there's like a double feature version of both my books as an audiobook. I don't know what the term is, but Spotify has a We Like These audiobooks list, and it's on that. Then there's the stuff that I couldn't plan. A lot of like wider family things. I got super duper sick, lost a lot of blood, and then got a lot of blood. That was pretty crazy. What does my friend say? She says you got high aces. Step 4, assess why you hit some goals and missed others. The goals I missed and why I missed them. In general, they were consistency goals. I'd say like continuing to post. I think just general self-consciousness and like the sudden onset of kindness is not something that, oh, that sounds sad. I was gonna say it's not something I'm used to. It was just a lot, man. Here's a nice coping mechanism. Occasionally he stopped work and simply hid. Extreme self-consciousness, bringing up like, you know, your coping mechanisms from when you were a kid and just like making you act them out as an adult, like quick, hide. I like this. Screen time has a strange hypnotic power. Mobile phones, applications, apps, and social media. Scarcely believable, but apparently many youngsters wake up in the middle of the night to check their mobile phone for new messages. The middle of the night? Absolute balmy! Other goals I missed and why I missed them. Exercise, probably because I got sick. Winter rodent time. And also because having 2 kids is really hard. It's just so messy all the time, man. It's messy, and when it's messy in the house, it's messy in my head, and it's all just messy. Here's some cool life hacks, top ideas. Get overwhelmed, accept second best, don't stop that noise in your head. Have thoughts without action. Goals I hit, why I hit them. In general, they tended to be big, mind-stimulating goals. Things that excited me, and also things that locked me in. The book, I feel like I really tried to honestly. The sweetest feeling, we have the answer outside your comfort zone. Like I went on podcasts and posted more, I talked about it more, and it's done well. I got an Ursula Le Guin quote here. Morning comes whether you set the alarm or not. And then the main reasons that I hit goals was when I rose to the occasion, when I actually pushed beyond my comfort zone and just did things. So give yourself more restrictions, remove all options. I did things before my assessing brain really got the word in. Like, oh, I don't know if we should do that, man. What if blah, 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 blah. Nah. And then this screenshot, I can't remember where I found it, but I like it. The world wants you to turn on yourself and pretend it's for your own good, because you're dangerous when you make something beautiful. I like that. In terms of the actual videos that I did make, I was pretty proud of everything that I've made this year. In particular, I liked my least viewed video, which was all about niche books. I liked the one where I kept doing like the Inception thing with the camera, like this. And mostly I liked the one that I made most recently, which was about internet fatigue. So I was really proud of that work. Also, just before we get into the ideal second half of the year and the goals that we're planning, a big area of my life that I want to make stable moving forward is money, finance. And no surprises as to why that's come up. So off the note of internet fatigue and just before we get to the future of things, I am taking on a sponsor. And this is relevant because the sponsor is a VPN. It's the VPN I use, by the way. Yay. It's Surfshark. A VPN is a very good way to get online privacy and security. It also allows you to bypass price discrimination that might be happening if you are personally being targeted by one set of prices. And it also lets you access content that you might not be able to get in your region, which is actually why I started using a VPN in the first place. When I moved overseas to New Zealand, I was like, oh, I still need Australian stuff. And I soon learned that not all VPNs are available in every country, which was weird. Also, you can put it on as many devices as you want, and it's pretty easy to add other Surfshark products. So for example, Surfshark Alert would be a product you could add, which alerts you if you have been compromised in a data breach. It's got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there isn't any risk for that first month. If you don't like it, that's chill. It's not my company, bruv. But if you do like it, the cool part is Surfshark have given me this link right here, which is also in the description, and that is an exclusive deal that will get you 4 extra months. So if you do like it, that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you're curious, check out that link, Surfshark. Worst case, get your money back. Alright, back to the frickin' video. Step 5, write down your ideal second half of the year and the reason you want it. AKA, you goals, oh you missed an R there dude, your goals and their why. Dream big, think ideal scenario, focus on things you can control and pair them with compelling reason as to why you want them in your life. Here's an overview of my goal buckets. Body and shape, athletic, strength, training, running, Ironman. Happy, loving, amazing and healthy family. Happy children. On my way to be homeowner, consistent uploads, and other fine products. Things like turning the Alphabet Superset into a legit program once I'm done with it. Financial freedom, completely reimagine money. And then this is probably more an answer to the next question, but absolutely stunning confidence. I heard this quote, I'm not sure who from. We teach people how to treat us. In terms of my why, it's basically because whatever I do gets modeled by my kids. Monkey see, monkey do.
My bad. That's a bit better.
Step 6. Order your goals in terms of importance. Take the above section, turn it into actionable goals, and then order those goals in a hierarchy. These little yellow parts are the actionables. No phones, consistent income, yoga, vomit cards, stuff like that. Consider this insurance for when your time inevitably gets hijacked, that you know you're working on the thing you've decided is most important. Basically, the overall theme is taking myself more seriously. Ooh, identity. Step 7. Who would you have to be to complete these? What would you have to believe about yourself? What would you want to do more of? What would you need to do less of? This is about the identity you want for yourself. Start with unstructured journaling, then summarize it in a single compelling sentence. This is who I'd have to be. This is so busy. Showing up consistently no matter what is how you can actively channel your state-of-the-art glorious gratitude. Because yeah, that's kind of what I realized is I'm just so freaking grateful and I want to show it through actions, and that's going to be consistency. Now demonstrating fearlessness. Wicked crazy keen to prove it. Let's bloom together. It's quite an inspiring little page. The only way is through. I put the guinea pig here because I really enjoy experiments. Got death, then suddenly the future. Never forget. Marathon dude saying yes, and I thought this was fun. He's literally stepping into the words, your power. What would you need to do less of? Phone, in general. It's the leading killer of all your hopes and dreams. This is a continuation from the previous page. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Computer technology is a very good servant but an extremely bad master. Sadly, it is being used to brainwash the nation, particularly in education. And a compelling sentence. In a sentence, I will need to be... Step 8. Create a system where you can realistically hit your goals over the next 6 months. How to build your own deadlines. It's easy to get creative if it's challenging. This is a reference to that idea that the muse doesn't like to play it small. Make it fun, a 30-day trial basis. One thing that I've realized is if I take on a sponsor, it locks me into a particular month. And so I've got this sense of accountability. I had never really thought about that before, but it's kind of two birds, one stone. And then this, there are no problems, only solutions. Back yourself, dream big, Mr. Handycam. For this question, think about the routines and habits you'd like to adopt and plan for average and challenging days, not perfect days. Still pretty good advice. Step 9. How will you stick to the plan when things get tough? Life will get in the way, so it makes sense to prepare for it. What systems, rewards, and tactics will you use to keep you on track? Bit of show and tell here. When things get tough, I'm sticking to the plan through shortcuts and prep. And as you can see, I've taken a shortcut and I prepped all these letters. They're part of this weird alphabet container thing that I've got. Step 10. Why do you deserve this improvement? This section is about self-worth. Push past your brain's tendency to self-defeat and fill this box with reasons, because they definitely exist. Another way to do that is with motivational interviewing. If you did buy this, it's on page 42 of this. It's called Raising Hell here. But if you didn't, I explained it probably better in an interactive way on a recent podcast. So here's that clip.
So what do you say to people who, I'm just thinking about people going, yeah, I get that being creative can really help mental health and can help you to make sense of the difficult things that pop up in life and to help us to sort of bloom. But for the me's out there who don't think they're creative, what do you say to them in order to discover creativity or to give examples of what creativity could look like?
I think it's about recognizing that you can't exist without it and expanding the definition to include things that you already do. You know, give yourself the points. Like, for example, if I said out of 10, how creative do you feel?
Oh, like 1.
Why didn't you say 0?
Because I wrote a book.
Yeah.
And the way that you'd spin it for this is, why do you deserve this improvement? Like, how much do you deserve this improvement out of 10? You might say 4 out of 10. Why didn't you say 3? And then you actually start listing the reasons. Because I'm not that bad, man. Because I don't start wars. Because I don't throw rocks at people. I don't know. Step 11, take action right now. Whatever action you can take toward your most important goals, take it right now. The idea is that we are creating inertia from this journaling exercise into our lives. Good luck. You've got this. Ah, cool, dude. So the action that I'm going to take right now, this is where we come full circle on the collage. Sometimes when you just journal with words, those words stay in a book, that book goes on a shelf, and you forget it. But now that I've journaled using artworks, my immediate action is going to be sticking this on my wall, where I can see it. A daily reminder of where I want to go. And I know it doesn't look like much, but that's kind of the point. I mentioned earlier that I'm trying to spend a bit more time with screenshots, with ideas that I'd otherwise just scroll past and forget, and I'd like to leave you with one of my favorites. When people talk about traveling to the past, they worry about radically changing the present by doing something small, but barely anyone in the present really thinks that they can radically change the future by doing something small. Alrighty, thank you. The link for this is in the description, so yeah, it's all free. No emails, none of that, just enjoy, go at it. Alright, have a beautiful day, catch ya.